Yo, 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 what's cracking? What's up? What's happening? You rocking with your boy, the thinking deacon, the sinister minister, the rabbi Raymond Noodle, the chaplain of fried chicken's last rice, the preacher's grandson. Y'all know who it is. It's Fatcat. And I'm down here with my dog, Bruce. You know who it is. It's T. Satellite. Boop, 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 Bills. What's cracking?
Hey, what's going on with you?
But once again, we just welcome you to the VIP Lounge Fatcat Show Network. This is the hottest podcast show in the
World.
The Fatcat Show Network. And we just want to welcome, give me that preacher's voice.
Everybody.
To
Come on.
the VIP Lounge. But we're going to get to our first topic of today. The viral sensation Grandma Hollar had passed today, and I got to catch a couple of her videos. They called her the funny cussing grandma and things like that. And believe me, I'm gonna say tastefully, and I'm gonna say in respect. Me being a man who loved my grandmother, my grandmother was a very, very, very important part of my life, and I just respect grandmothers so much that I only know a grandmother who was one way. My grandmother was the most loving, gentle, caring, nurturing woman that I know in my life. And for anybody else grandmother to be any type of way, I never understood it. So I watched a couple of these videos, and I was seeing the way she was cussing. I don't know if, and it was really kind of disturbing to me, because I just don't see grandmothers talking that way. I didn't grow up watching a grandmother talk that way. So when people come to me and they say, my grandmother cuss you out, I don't feel that.
Let me ask you something. Did your grandmother ever give you a whooping with the switch?
Oh, yeah.
See?
Oh, yeah.
She believed in them switches, huh?
Yeah. My grandmother, but it took a lot for her to do that to us. We had to, if my grandmother did this. If we was in church and we was messing around, playing around, my grandmother would put her fist up, put her fist like that. She'd turn around, look at us, put that fist up. And if we kept doing it, she'll probably put it up one more time. But after that one more time, she would do that point at us and do that point to the back. And that means go in the back, get ready for me, grab a switch off the tree, because I'm getting ready to tear you up. And so,
I don't think my grandmother ever gave me a whooping.
See, and you know what? Because it's primarily different for me, because it was like my grandmother was my mom. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't say that my mom did her part. My mom wasn't an absent mother. I'm not going to say that. But my mother, she got married and she moved with her husband. I stayed back with my grandparents because I went to school and everything over there. So I stayed with my grandparents. My grandparents raised me. I was raised by older people. That's why they always said I had an old soul. So,
yeah, you did. When we was young, I remember you used to act like an old man. I used to be like, I was sitting there talking to you, you just go to sleep.
There you go. But you know, and this is no disrespect to Grandma Hollar or anything like that. I'm just saying what I'm used to. You know, I expect every grandmother to be like sort of like mine. To every grandmother to be that sweet.
So your grandma gave you hugs and kisses all the time? Huh?
All the time.
Yeah.
My friends too. My friends, if they came over, my grandmother would hug them, kiss them on the cheek, and you know, and that's how she was. That's how she was. My grandmother was one of the sweetest grandmothers that person can have, and I thank the Lord for her, because my grandmother, like, you couldn't tell me you couldn't tell nobody that was my mom. How was your grandmother? How was, what did you think about Grandma Holler? Did that trouble you? Did some of the talk that she did it trouble you? Because it's almost like when you look at, because we see enough ratchetness, and once again, being respectful, we see enough ratchetness in the world where somebody from a different generation, an older generation, is supposed to be standing in the midst for the nonsense and the bull crap that the younger generation is pulling off. So when I look at older people, I look at them as those mentors, the ones that as they escort out of life, they escorting us to the next level to stand where they stood. So when I see things like that, it kind of troubles me. It does. It troubles me because I can't view grandmothers nothing but one way, and that was the way the grandma in my life taught me. And I remember it was a couple of times where I had to come back home, and that house was always open to me to come back home. And you know what the funny part was? I had my stuff like if I went to work and my grandparents stayed upstairs. They had a whole empty downstairs flat. And I come in and I have my clothes and I put my clothes in. If anything was out of place while I was at work, my grandmother would come down there and she would put my clothes up like I was a little kid. That's how how nurturing she was. Like if my bed was a little bit unmade, grandma would make the bed up. And I come back, I was like, man, grandma, why you do that? Why you do that? But that's how she was. So to see a grandmother, any other way, that troubles me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, my grandma cussed like that. She's from Holland Park. Holland Park.
Dang. So
I'm saying a lot. I think a lot of our women hate cussing grandmas. Like I got a auntie that's a couple of years older than my brother. Mm-hmm. So my grandma was having babies when my mama was having babies. But everybody ain't got that love and a hug you, kiss you all the time, grandma.
So, like, did your grandmother play a vital part in your life?
No, that almost sounds funny.
Dang.
But that's probably why a lot of these women, they're not submissive, they're not feminine.
Yeah.
At all.
Right.
Because they didn't see that. Nobody taught them how to be like that. Grandma didn't teach mama, and mama ain't teach the kids, her daughters.
See, and the funny part was this. See, that you're not seeing in these other generations, because in our generation, like even in my mom's generation, was the creation of the businesswoman, the college going woman.
I don't know that. Huh? Let me say this. Let me say this.
Okay.
I'm saying when you say the college going woman, that's when I think everything went bad, because it was telling girls to go to school because you really don't need a man. See, your grandma and them, it was raised how to, they was raised how to keep a man, go get married, raise a family.
Stay at home.
These girls now, they go to school just to show that how much they don't need a man.
Yep. Yeah.
And then welfare really said you can't keep the man in the house.
Right.
So now you got educated women that's getting subsidized by the government, putting men out. And then when the men are gone now your daddy ain't nothing. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. The kids are hearing that.
When I was going back and forth from college, coming back home, I could always come home and get a job. I remember he had me cleaning this one office place. You know, if I wanted some quick money, I would clean this office place. And my grandmother took that place over, just while I was going to college. She would go and
So what you saying? Your uncle was a janitor?
he was, maintenance supervisor. He was.
Oh, that's good. You come from a long line of janitors. I don't know about you.
You come from a long line of. Ooh, you about to make me say something.
I'm just saying, man.
You about to make me say something. But you ain't doing so bad yourself. But anyway, you got anything else to add? Anything else to add to this, man?
Nah, I'm still bewildered by you saying your uncle.
Don't worry about that.
You ain't
got nothing to add. We move it on. If you ain't got nothing to add to it, I want to hear all this other mess.